No.
How would you know if it's round?
It's a scientific theory.
Yeah, I know,
but
how
would
theory.
you?
Mark Lamont Hill is literally doing the Lord's work right now. These are the men that society has pretty much said, leave them to their own devices. They've refused to go to college. They've refused to better themselves. They've only gone on YouTube and gotten pseudoscience degrees at YouTube University. And here comes Mark Lamont Hill with his PhD, okay, very much a doctor, and sitting up here and having these asinine conversations with these fools. He is down in the trenches, and I'm sure his head hurts with some of these conversations that these men are cleaving to and like fighting for and like getting loud with him about and whatnot. I know he is just like wanting to slam his head on the damn table and be like, what have I done? I get what he's trying to do. I understand that he's like, okay, well, no one else is believing in these men, but I'm going to believe in them and I'm going to get down here and I'm going to help them. Fool, you need to be down here with the 17, 18, young, the YN crew, okay? Those are the ones that can still be reached. To sit up here and try to have a conversation about, logic and reason and facts with someone who is digging their heels in, okay? These are 45, 50-year-old men who they're old and set in their ways, unfortunately. Okay, they're only going to change if they decide they want to change. You sitting up here trying to, come down to the trenches and enlighten these fools, it's just not going to happen. And I'm not just talking about the men in this room that he's with. I'm talking about their audience, okay? Their audience don't have microphones. Their audience are just regular dudes sitting in a room, listening to this nonsense or whatever, becoming more and more incels and detached from actual reality. And I get that he's trying to prevent that and save that, but dude, like I would literally be wanting to bang my head against the wall if I was as prestigious as Mark Lamont Hill, okay? This is the Mark Lamont Hill. And going down here in the gutters with these, I'm going to just say with these idiots. It is hard trying to lead a dumb man. One of the hardest things in the world you would ever try to do is try to lead a dumb man. Okay? Because if you let them be the leaders, trust and believe, they're going to lead you off a fucking cliff. And if you try to lead them, they're going to resent you and dig their heels in every inch of the way. It's going to be hard the whole entire time. And then once you finally get them to where you're trying to get them to go, they're going to refuse whatever information that you're trying to put on them. Okay, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. It's going to be hard trying to lead them to the water, and you aren't going to be able to force them to drink it. So just leave it alone. Focus on the YN crew. Focus on the young men who can still possibly be reached. But these 40 and 50-year-old men, it's too late for them. And I'm sorry to say that. And I don't mean that in a way of like they can never change, but they would have to do the changing. Okay. The fact that he's Mark Lamont Hill with his PhD and whatnot makes them resent him even more. Okay. They're not like, oh, well, you're an expert about whatever it is that you got your degree in, and let me listen to you. Let me focus on, how you got there and let me understand that. They're like, no, I don't care if you have a doctor's degree. You can't tell me that the earth ain't flat. I mean, what other black man with the PhD is getting down here in the trenches with the dummies and the fools and trying to help them? None. So I understand what he's doing and I get it and I applaud him and I commend it, but Jesus Christ, it's really only exposing how dumb some of you men are, just how flagrantly and happily idiotic y'all are. And y'all just sit around and bouncing the shit off of each other and confirming each other. And all of y'all are equally just dumb as shit. These are the barbershop scholars, okay? Now, I don't be sitting in the barbershop, so I don't really know what's going on in there. This is what be going on in there, okay? These type of conversations, not talking about nothing at all, not talking about actually building anything, not talking about, nothing of substance. And here come Mark trying to save these fools. Here he come with his cape trying to save these fools, and it is backfiring bad. I wonder how long he's gonna, try to stick it out with them. Right now, he's on the Joe Budden podcast or whatever. I wonder how long he's gonna try to stick it out with them before he just throw his hands up in the air and just be like, all right, you fools cannot be saved. Let me go focus on the children.